Is that true that during the solar eclipse, the sun can harm the skin? Sun can always harm us. Your skin loves the sun, but you cannot expose too much of your skin to the sun because they have a toxic relationship. So they're good for each other, but only in very tiny doses because your skin is like a fabric and the sun sensitizes it with its rays and it burns it. Please, welcome to my home office and studio. So do you see the sun from one of the skylights? So that's where I'm staring at, and I am using my glasses. Oh, and I actually broke the glasses because I was trying to see like why I can't see, and now I can see it completely. I broke my glasses. Thank God I figured it out. No, so it's not that bad, but so one side is a little, oh my God, it's so beautiful. It's like, I love it. I'm gonna sit here and go live with you guys. I'll let you see the window. It's beautiful. That's all I can say. Oh my God. I can't. Wow. It's now 1/4. It's yellow. It's like the moon is making a ring of fire. Thank you for accompanying me. I'm having too much fun. And here's my glasses, which is like one is broken. The eclipse is happening right now, right as we speak. And oh, it is. Do you see the sun? Do you see the flares?
Can I see?
It's like on flames. It has flames. Oh, I don't know if you guys can see. Adjusted. Oh. You can see that orange dot in the middle? That's kind of like the sun. Is that true that during the solar eclipse, the sun can harm the skin? Sun can always harm us. Your skin loves the sun, but you cannot expose too much of your skin to the sun because they have a toxic relationship. So they're good for each other, but only in very tiny doses because your skin is like a fabric and the sun sensitizes it with its rays and it burns it. So yeah, it can damage you. So always shield your skin, especially the exposed parts, because you are always wearing clothes, hopefully, so when you go out. But when you go out, the exposed parts like your hands, your face, your neck, please don't forget your neck. Your neck is part of your body, your ear lobes. Sometimes if you are a man and you have like short hair, so then the back of your neck, and your hands and your wrists are part of your skin surface that are exposed, and it is always a good idea to protect them with some form of a shield. And we have like great moisturizing creams with sun protective shields that are made up of zinc and stuff like titanium, and that they shield your skin in a way where they reflect back the harmful UV rays and don't allow them to penetrate through your skin. And because when these rays penetrate through your skin, they damage the youngest parts of your skin. And then you may not see the damage right away unless you're like cooking yourself or baking yourself on the beach, but you may notice it like a year later or 2 years later. Sometimes it takes years before you notice the skin damage. One of the reasons I don't like people to do laser treatments during springtime or during summertime is because during these months you have a greater chance of exposure to the harmful rays of sun, and you don't want to damage your and sensitize your skin to absorbing more sun, because I'm sure that a lot of people are just not very careful in applying the sunscreen. And also the sunscreen, like, it's a moisturizer, so if you use a sunscreen, most of them are moisturizers, have moisturizing capacity, and your skin is constantly producing sweat. So sometimes the sweat will just wash off your moisturizer and your shield, and sun rays will enter. And if you're a white person, the marks, the hyperpigmentation or hypopigmentation that will occur as a result of you getting sensitized to sun is going to be visible in a few years when the baby skin starts coming out. Because remember, your skin is like a multi-layered crepe, and the baby layers are always at the bottom, and those are the layers that get impacted the most. So it takes years to unearth and reveal those layers, because remember, the top few layers of your skin are dead. So yes, in times like this, the rays of the sun, as I was looking, I saw that when it was like maybe 70% 70% covering, there were so much solar flares. And even though I was sitting inside, I could see, and I was seeing with the binoculars, I could see like really a large flares. And sometimes those flares can have a higher radiative impact on your skin. So yes, it's always a good idea to hunker down somewhere and not expose yourself. And if you do expose yourself, be with full protective gear. Well, I was inside my office. But when I was trying to look through that light to figure it out, there were a few more minutes that was like, oh my God, I don't know how to see through it. All right. What are the slim shots? So slim shots are these shots that we customize for you. They include a couple of items in them. One of the things that we include in it is a medication called semaglutide, which is the generic version of Ozempic or Wegovy. And then there is another medication called tirzepatide, which is the generic version of Mounjaro or Zepbound. And we take a microdose of these medications, mix it with B12, and then we also mix it with MIC, which is methionine, inositol, and choline. And we create this concoction. So MIC is a very potent liver cleansing mineral compound. And basically we create a combination of these vitamins, minerals, and medication, which is a subcutaneous shot that we give to people once a week when they are actively in pursuit of reducing their weight. And when they are not once you've reached your goal, you could be using this medication for just as an antidote to sugar, because sugar is concealed in every single item of food that you may consume. So a way to avoid a sugar overload is to use medications like semaglutide, otherwise known as Ozempic. Now, Ozempic is covered by your insurance, and so is Zepbound and Mounjaro. For those people who have serious diabetes or have other metabolic syndrome kind of stuff, so sometimes it is covered by your insurance, but not all the time. But it is worth a try to get it through your insurance. But your insurance is not going to cover it for like the 10, 15, 20 pounds that you may have to lose here and there. So that's something that you could do at an office of a doctor. Yes, we want you to come in and get weighed and measured and do your blood pressure and check your measurements and see how you did, because we basically we increase your doses based upon how you're doing. So it's not something that we don't just give you a pen and then you're injecting yourself in entirely based upon your own perception of your stuff. That is something that you may be able to do when you once you reach your goal and you want to maintain it, and you want to do it once or twice a month. I have plenty of spring specials, especially on Slim Shots, and on our Cool Sculpting also has a coupon, which is like, so Slim Shots will decrease the size of your fat cells, but it doesn't remove it. So sometimes to remove the pockets of fat that may collect in your body as you go through time, because whenever your skin is going to lose its elasticity, that's exactly where the packet of fat will occur. So sometimes to non-surgically remove those packets of fat, whether they are on your belly or on your bra fat areas, or on your arms or under your chin, they can be reduced with this machine, which is like basically a freezing technology. It's a cryo technology where we freeze slices of fat, and basically your body removes the fat cells um, uh, as time goes by, the dead fat cells. So your body realizes where the dead fat cells are, and it just comes and breaks the dead fat cell apart, and basically your lymphatic system is gonna go and remove the debris. Do you use any particular sunscreen? I have some really good sunscreens that we always advise people to use. If you want something very special and silky, or something for your face, we have I like to recommend SkinCeuticals SPF, which is 50 plus. It has a lot of, it's quite useful for the face and neck. Now if you wish to apply sunscreen to the rest of the body, there is Anthelios, which you can get off of Amazon, and it is really cost effective, and plus quite complete in many. So Anthelios is made by, I think, La Roche-Posay, if I'm not wrong, which is, again, La Roche-Posay is basically like an offshoot of, if I'm not wrong, L'Oreal, because it's just the same big, ginormous industrial complex of skincare and beauty products. What else? How do you protect yourself from the sun? I protect myself from sun by avoiding it altogether and not going. If I need my vitamin D, I just take the pill. So the question about laser treatments, and actually earlier today I found a clip of a very reputable dermatology doctor explaining a laser treatment to somebody, and saying that it is okay to be done during this time in preparation for summer. And that's just something that I just don't recommend, because especially if you have brown skin or olive skin, the melasma gets worse, especially if you treat the skin during spring or summer. So also, I definitely don't recommend any hair removal, especially whether it's on the face, whether it's on the body. The reason is that the skin gets sensitized not just to the sun, but also to heat. So sometimes you could be just cooking in your kitchen, and or going out, and it's you could be slathered with sunscreen, but just that heat that your body will produce can cause blotches on your skin. of pigment, and it is so hard to remove sun damage. And sun damage treatment is best completed at the end of the year. So I like to do it in the dead of the winter, like October, November, December, January, February. Ideally, by February, I should be wrapping up all your light treatment. So skin can be rejuvenated with different energies. We can use radio frequency, we can use BBL, we can use CO2, we can use shockwave, we can use ultrasound, and use those treatments for your skin and your body to rejuvenate and resurrect itself. We also use some medications, and we also use some supplements. Some supplements are oral, the other supplements are intravenous, and some supplements are subcutaneous. And we like to give these supplements and medications and also energy from the energy devices to different parts of your body at different points in the year. But the light treatment that we use on your body for your skin rejuvenation or resurrection, that treatment can only be done during the winter months. End of sentence, period, full stop. Because remember, all these tools, just recently they have started getting used so frequently all over the world. Recently, by recently I mean 20 years, last 15-20 years. So a lot of this information of how it impacts the skin and how it impacts the skin when you use it when it gets exposed in sun later on is all new information. So those people who know, they will guide you correctly. The screen light of my phone can also affect my skin. Yes. So the radiation, so your skin gets affected by everything, from the nanoparticles of time that are going through you, also the gravity that's going through you every single day, every single minute, and then also the screen that you're staring into, and I am always staring into, that is like enough damage for anyone. So yeah, our skin, and plus the skin is most terribly impacted by the hormonal and chemical changes that are occurring inside of your body from the stress that you take, from the food that you eat, from the sleep that you do not take. So weight loss medications, I like the lipotropic shots like B12 and MIC with the medication semaglutide, because as we're trying to monitor and control your appetite, we are also you may not eat as much or as well. So we do want you to have some nourishing supplement of B12. And then the MIC is a liver cleanse. So we do want your liver to be nice and clean and working very well, so that you don't suffer from too many side effects of the medication that we're inserting in you, because everything that we give you also has a side impact or a side effect that you may not like. So for instance, when you get B12, exactly. So as you take B12, so the question is, how can B12 help mitigate the side effect of the medication? So if we are giving you an appetite suppressant or something that will suppress your appetite, it will make you eat less. And you may not be consuming all the amazing salads and vegetables and fruits that will give you the B12. And B12 is a very important component of your overall wellness. It gives you energy. It actually is part of so many of your functions. So and especially it's great for your skin and hair health. So for that purpose, we just try to give it to you every week with every shot, until you have learned adequately to manage your diet. Some of the side effects of weight loss medications are, especially semaglutide, if you do it with a reckless abandon, which a lot of people have done with Ozempic, it has side effects. It can cause serious impact on your gut. It can have serious impact on your thyroid because it messes with your thyroid. It can lead to cancer if your liver is not well or if you have issues with thyroid that have not been found out yet. So what is the difference between semaglutide and tirzepatide? They're just two different medications. They're two different companies. They've come up with the same thing. The only difference between tirzepatide, which is otherwise known as Mounjaro, or Zepbound has tirzepatide, which is different than Ozempic, is that tirzepatide has a lesser side effect, lesser damage to your liver. But that's why whether I give semaglutide or tirzepatide, I mix it with a liver cleanse. So yes, we do offer cool sculpting also, and cool sculpting with alongside slim shots is a great way to reduce the burden of excess weight, unwanted weight throughout your life. Because remember, you are what you eat. So we're consuming all this sugar-laden food, and it's making us inflamed, it's making us sick. So yes, we have finally found an antidote to not just sugar, but also the addictive portions of food. So somebody has come up with the best possible medication for us, which is going to be amazing, but it is very expensive. And when done correctly, it is also very expensive. All right, guys, I'm going to come back later. Happy solar eclipse. I am going to be back tomorrow because tomorrow is our Chandrat, which means that that is the night of the moon for the Muslims. So there is going to be Eid after that. So it's like pre-Eid celebrations from my home office.